So, let me start by saying this. I don't quite yet know what the point of this is. Um, all I know is I just spent 7 to 8 months writing one draft of a new screenplay called Lost Children. I began in comedy, where everything I've written up until now has pretty much been something comedic, or at least a dramedy, a blending of the two genres. I just spent about 8 months writing a drama, one draft. It usually takes me 7 to 8 weeks to write a draft. I just spent the better part of a year pouring my soul and my every bit of work ethic and every bit of idea and every bit of peripheral or subconscious and every bit of research. I just put every part of me I felt into this new script. And nobody's really read it other than my manager and my best friend Pete. And not out of bitterness so much, but sort of out of like, I have nowhere to go from here if like I worked that hard on something and it's so slow moving and so incapable right now that I feel like I have to do something. So I think I'm starting this video blog thing to talk about screenwriting, to tell you my story of how I got into it, all the different journeys and roads that's taken, and where I'm at now in my 9th year of writing, which I think to some they're like, oh, you're dabbling in it, or you're an athlete is no different. Like you can say, oh, he's been trying to get in the NBA for 9 years because he's been playing basketball since he was, 14. But I don't really think it's the same thing. I think at 16 I chose to try to learn how to write movies because I loved movies and I wanted to see if I was any good at it. By about 19, like 3 years in, I was like, oh, I think I might be really good at this. I think I'm getting better at it. And then in my early 20s, it became a thing where I had a manager. I had, half a dozen scripts done, and I thought, I'm really about to break some serious ground. And now in the 9th year, at 25, I kind of feel like, what the hell am I doing? Because it's so incredibly hard. Aside from writing, I've always wanted to be an actor as well. That has somehow miraculously come to fruition, where I've gone from doing high school theater and sketch comedy videos with my buddies to having the privilege of doing a couple independent films and stuff like a one-liner on NBC's Community, and I had a guest spot on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia as the Richie the Juggalo in that insane Lethal Weapon 5 episode. So, as grateful as I am and as happy as I am and excited about my acting career kind of taking its first steps, I look at writing and I kind of feel like I've put in so much more work into writing, and yet I feel like nothing's really come out of that yet. So through all of that, it almost sounds like like I'm just gonna start putting bullets into a gun and put it to my mouth or my face. I say all this because I still love writing. I'm still going to write, but I feel like maybe, if anything, maybe this video blog thing can help people who are trying to write and are in their early stages and don't know what to expect. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm here to tell you exactly what to expect, at least in my scenario, because I've had a manager, I've done a table read, I've had a general meeting at a studio or company. I've written with actors, for actors. Like, I feel like I've run kind of the preliminary gauntlet of what it takes to become a screenwriter in some cases, and yet I've yet to hit that peak or that breakthrough. I've yet to cross over in that sense. So I don't know. I guess this is the first of hopefully many, and I hope it can help some of you as I answer some questions, tell some stories. I'll try to keep it lively, not too like this is a little bit like I've just made you my therapist or my psychiatrist. I apologize if I'm doing that. But we'll see what happens. And maybe, just maybe, a couple months from now, or hopefully not years, but maybe probably years, I'll be able to tell this this story, and I'll be able to say that I did sell a script, or I did get hired for something, or hopefully I'm just not living with my parents, right? That's kind of like the big goal, not to live with the rents. All right.